Welcome to Monday's Do Now, everyone. So again, we're doing multiplication. We're going to be adding some new stuff starting tomorrow. But I wanted one more day to focus on multiplication. So your first problem is 432 times 56. We're going to start in the ones place with the 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1, put the 2 down. 6 times 3 is 18. Remember to add your carry. 18 plus 1 is 19. We're going to carry that 1, put our 9 down. Finally, we have 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. We're going to add our carry. That makes 25. We don't have another number over here to add to, so we're going to put our 25 down in our answer line. We are now done with the one space. And we will be moving on to adding or multiplying in the tens place with our 5. So before we do that, remember we're going to put a 0 down here to hold the space in the one space in our next answer line. 5 times 2 is 10. Carry the 1, bring down the 0. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 more is 16. We have to remember to add our carry. We put down our 6 and carry our 1. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 more is 21. There's no other number here to add a carry to, so we write our 21 in the second answer line. Now we're going to add our 2 lines. 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 0 is 9. 5 plus 6 is 11. Carry the 1, put down the 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4, and the 2. And remember, we go 3 numbers in with our comma for the answer to be 24,192. Now, one thing I want to point out, because I'm noticing that when we get to the next problem, when there's 3 numbers on the bottom, sometimes I'm seeing that there are only 2 answer lines. Now, you can determine how many answer lines you have by how many numbers are on the bottom. So we notice our bottom part of our problem is 1, 2 numbers. And how many answer lines do we have? We have 1, 2. So that number is going to match. So let's look at our next problem. 373 times 512. Knowing that we have 1, 2, 3 numbers on the bottom of our question, we should have 3 answer lines down below. And if you need to indicate it in this way to help yourself remember, go ahead and do that. So let's start in the ones place with the 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 7 is 14. I'm going to carry the 1 and put down the 4. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 more. I'm not going to forget my carry up here. That makes 7. Now, I'm all done with the ones place. I'm moving on to the tens. But before I do that, remember I'm going to put my 0 in the one space in the second answer line to hold the place. 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 7 is 7, and 1 times 3 is 3. So I was sure to multiply this middle number by all 3 numbers up on top. There were no carries, so I'm done with the tens place. Now I move on to the hundreds place. So before I start multiplying, I'm going to go down to the third answer line, and I'm going to put a 0 in the ones place and a 0 in the tens place to hold the spots. Because my number is in the hundred space, that's where I'm going to start adding my answers into that answer row. 5 times 3 is 15, so I carry the 1, I put down the 5. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 1 more is 36. I had to remember to add my carry, so I'm going to carry 3 and put 6 down. Finally, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 more is 18. There's no number over here for me to put my carry over to, so I'm going to write 18 in my answer. Now I'm going to add all 3 rows. 6, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 5 is 19. Carry the 1, put down the 9. 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 1 more is 10. I'm going to carry the 1 and put down the 0. 8 plus 1 is 9, and then the 1. Now I'm going to put in my comma. I'm going to go 3 numbers over and put my comma there. When your number gets really long, you always want to check to see if I went 1, 2, 3 numbers over, I wouldn't put another comma because I don't have another number in my answer. But if I had one more number, I would need another comma. So my answer is 190,976. So those are our DoNows for today. So go ahead and check your answers, and it's always helpful to check with a calculator. I want to see your work, but you can always check your final answer with a calculator just to make sure.